Robot Attack. My name is Scottish007, and today, of course, we're here with the lovely and talented Smokinace007. How are you? How's life? How's gaming?
Not too bad, good, and great.
That's good. That's good.
In that order.
That's great. Always good to hear. So, welcome again. New month. I feel like it's just so quiet now. It's from last month. Anyways, welcome to Robot Attack. If you're new here, welcome. We don't bite very hard sometimes. Each month we talk about what games we played and gaming topics. And whatever misfit we all pile on in this conversation, usually Metal Gear or Resident Evil related, whatever we blab out about. So let's start off with, of course, what games did you play last month? If you don't mind sharing that.
Well, you already brought it up, but Metal Gear Solid 1 and 4, I know.
Wow. Dang, I didn't see that one coming.
I'm working on something else with Metal Gear Solid 4 that I've wanted to work on for a while. Not exactly speedrunning related, but it's something tied to my gaming goals. But as far as beating a game for this month, I did finally beat Unmetal. And that game is still incredible. The storytelling is hilarious. The writing is so well done. I'm definitely going to play more of it.
Oh, is that a hint for next month's topic, maybe?
It's very possible. This is a very strong contender.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Just gotta have to wait.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's great for anybody who likes the old original Metal Gear and just kind of more old school sort of top-down shooters, stuff like that. I very highly recommend checking out Unmetal. They did such a good job on it, and I can't wait to see even more from them and everything. But yeah, other than that, it was kind of a busy month, so I didn't really play too many different new games. And like I said, the thing that I'm working on for Metal Gear Solid 4 is taking up a lot of gaming time. So, but yeah, there was some other stuff sprinkled in as always, but nothing like, oh, I sat down and really played this or that or anything new other than, like I said, Unmetal and just a few other things with still some Metal Gear Solid. So with that, I send it back over to you. And what did you play this month?
So I'm pretty happy with pretty much nothing's changed because, like I said, mostly surprise here. Resident Evil. I beat Biohazard. This month was pretty accomplishable for me. This is the most games I ever beaten in a short period of time. Of course, Biohazard, I was 75% complete. But regardless, I'm pretty happy, and honestly, it's so far a contender of. But I've been enjoying. I've been playing also Resident Evil 2 remastered, and that I think that one is going to be number 2 in terms of. Resident Evil franchise series because it's just so well detailed and Leon has a flashlight, he puts it here and reloads his gun. It's just incredible. I know it's small detail and just
not I know this could be a whole different topic and I'm tying in something that I obviously very much enjoy, but in all honesty, if you look up the little details of Metal Gear Solid 2, it's very much like that, where you think about the platform that the game originally released on, and the lines that were pushed and everything. Like in Metal Gear Solid 2, you can go into the bar on the tanker, and you can shoot each individual bottle. You can shoot each individual glass. The ice will melt in real time
Oh my god, that's cool.
That was the first game that you could shoot radios. Like, you could hold a guard up or knock one out. You could shoot his radio, and then when he woke up or he, became aware, he would grab his radio to call for backup, and it wouldn't work. Just little details like that. Like you said, it's so cool to see game developers and people in that industry putting that time into those little details. Like, something as simple as holding a flashlight, or in the Uncharted games, and in one of the scenes, you have a mounted flashlight, and if you shine it in another character's face, they'll put their hand up. Just something simple like that. Those little details are so cool. So it's so much fun to see those in games that you enjoy, and then you're like, this just takes it to that next level.
For sure. And yeah, just like the game in general is just gorgeous in terms of just the lighting and like I mean, the people could be better, but I think that's just all games. People are
the human body and the human face is so hard,
difficult. Yeah, no. So I'll forgive it, but like it makes up for it with that stuff, man. I was just like, man, this game is just, and the zombies and stuff just perfect. Just they're like hard to actually kill, and like actually the game yelled at me and like, here, you suck at this game. We're gonna put you on baby mode with auto aim, and I'm like, but honestly, like, I'm not joking. I was like, wow, thanks, Resident Evil. But I'm glad. That way I'm gonna enjoy the game more. But
yeah.
And then me and Unbounded refinished Resident Evil 5 again. Put it on also baby mode, but it was fun. And then Resident Evil 4 as Gangster Leon is again I forgot to mention this last time, but me and Unbound had you could actually change costumes in that one too, and like I had this like weird like strap thing and like spikes on the shoulders, and Unbound was like looking like Little Red Riding Hood, and like it's just the element of like funny humor. And then with Resident Evil, just again like some of the cutscenes, not all of them, like to radio to Heineken. He was a pimp, Gangster Leon, and then just Ashley I didn't have to worry about her because she's in a Full Metal costume. Is that the element? I'm like, this is what makes this game so good. Me and Unbound tried to play Resident Evil 6. Apparently that one was on multiplayer as well, and we couldn't figure it out. Like, I don't know, we'll have to play around with it again, but I was hoping to at least start that one. And then Biohazard was really good ending. I would say like just generally it was good, but like so far Resident Evil 2 is just is going up there already, and I'm not even like completed with it, of course. So like and we also played some other stuff. I played also Fall Guys the other day. Just bought that. Very difficult game, actually. And then
it's a fun one, but it can be very frustrating.
It's hard. It's definitely very hard, and I definitely understand the frustrations with that game with ELU, like some of the extra lifers with that game. Of course, Don't Starve Together. Like I said, I had to legally play that every year, and Don't Starve. I just played poorly like that entire time. But yeah, mostly. Again, hate to plug Resident Evil, but in terms of playing it, but that was my goal. And Fortnite, of course, they actually released Resident Evil characters, Chris and so Chris and another character, but of course I was like, yeah, perfect timing. Of course they just want my money and stuff. So it was really yeah, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it was really fun to play as Chris and Jill Valentine. So it was like it was really fun, and they got me for sure. Like I was like, dang it, I'll throw money again. But so yeah, you know, I mean, I'm still playing Fortnite, and with me and KKR and Dead by Daylight with Afro Harrison and Salty Pirate. And then actually, I will say, if you want to get into Dead by Daylight, play like a custom map versus with friends and fill it, because it is way more enjoyable for me than it was.
I think that's one of the things that kind of pushed me away from the game. It seems like a really interesting game, but the few times that I've played it before, I'm like, there's such, I don't want to necessarily say such a learning curve, but there's so many different like abilities and things like that it's almost kind of overwhelming. So I see what you mean by, you know what, go ahead and kind of, check it out first, and then with, like you said, with people that with things that you can control more so, rather than just kind of jump in the deep end and go, figure it out. Hopefully you don't die.
Yeah. I mean, and we all played Killer, so like I had a run of Killer, and then I actually kind of enjoyed that better, and then we don't have to worry about this player that's like, oh, he's not working on generators, whereas obviously we're all friends, and like, okay, we're working on generators, we're all communicating, and obviously the Killer was muted or deafened rather, and so he couldn't hear. So it was cool, we all played a role, and we're all pretty standard. I didn't know some killers were overpowered than others. I was Ghostface and I was slaughtering, but I was like, oh, I didn't know he was overpowered. I just clicked him. So say KKR played for the first time with us just this Thursday, and I feel like I hope he enjoyed that, and I mean I was hoping for his experience again. We could. He could play the custom one, but we didn't have enough players. But yeah,
gotcha.
So it could work with 4, but if you really want to experience, you want everyone fill the entire board. You could actually play with 3, and then obviously the generators go down in terms of how many you do. But yeah, overall it's really good, and then I will say I'll actually say this to the end if I remember. But so this might be a short podcast, so we're gonna probably blab on this month. Try to fill the void. But the gaming the topic this month is I think we covered this a little bit, but I think just a little bit touch of. But I think we didn't really go into the details of what game, in your opinion, that you're kind of I hate this game. I'm gonna hate it, and then once you play it, you're gonna like it. You liked it. So, if you want, I'll start.
Yes, please do.
Why not? So for me, I think we kind of covered this of saying basically we will try any game. Again, I actually have 2 things to say at the last thing. That hopefully I remember both of them.
If you're playing at home, remember this moment. Right. Timestamp this. And
we're at 20. Let's see, 13 minutes. But I will say Fortnite. I know probably that's the one I knew. I was I don't think I'll like this. And actually, same thing with Dead by Daylight. I mean, I still don't like it. I mean, I still enjoy playing with Unbound and friends, but I'm not gonna definitely play it on my own. It's just not for me. It's very frustrating. For me, for Dead by Daylight, I'm always the first one dead, and then the first one it's a little frustrating. Especially I feel streaming, because it's not very entertaining if you die very quickly. Pretty much
unless it's very funny.
Right. Well, I pretty much get killed, get hanged, and then someone releases me, and then right away get killed and hang, and it's well, we're just spectating everyone else the entire time. So that game is very, I mentioned this for Fall Guys, for instance, when I played with Unbound. they should have an element where, like, in Fall Guys, if you get eliminated, you should, like, be able to jump back into the game as, like, a ghost or whatever. That, like, other player, you can't interact with other players or other ghosts, but you could still, like, practice the level with what's going on.
I got you. Yeah.
But I was like, send that to Fall Guys. I feel like, I don't know how you would incorporate that into, I guess, Dead by Daylight, but you know, I'm sure they could. I mean,
well, with that you could do, maybe you could do something where you could.
But I guess the problem is you would be able to see the killer, maybe, unless they, like, invisible. I think that'd be hard to program, like, make the killer invisible, that you can't see him, but you could, like, walk around other players. And I just wish, like, the element of, I don't know.
Well, it'd be kind of interesting. I've only played a little bit of Dead by Daylight, so I'm not super well versed in it. But maybe do something where, like, a player dies, and then, again, I don't know enough about the game to know how to balance this very well, but where they could do little things to kind of help their teammates out still.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, you know, I know that, like, when you're running through a different area, you can knock a crate over or a pallet over. So maybe have a player who's spectating that died, maybe they can knock this tree over and just make another little path blocked, or open up a door or something like that, for, you know, just little things like that. Nothing that's super overpowered, like, oh, the person who died can stun the killer or something like that. But, you know, maybe kind of work something in where you can still help your team, sort of like kind of like in Among Us. You know, you still have tasks to complete. So maybe you can
Among Us so good, you know.
Yeah, or maybe, okay, so here's an idea. Maybe, like, for the generator, you know, there's a certain area you have to hit to pull it. Maybe one of the ghosts could work with one of the players and go to a specific generator and maybe make that window a little bit bigger.
Or,
not
like,
by much.
Or if, like, say Unbound misses it, you get that second chance of the ghost might hit it for you, or I don't know, like,
just something little in there. Again, not game breaking, and not, you know, they can't. Maybe the ghost can't work on a generator by themselves. But yeah, like you said, maybe you die, and I'm working on a generator, and you can come over and assist me to make it just a touch easier. Like, you can't go work on a generator by yourself.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, something like that would be interesting.
Yeah.
You know, hey, give us a call. You can be on the podcast anytime.
Send us
Dead by Daylight in.
Send us a check though, for real though.
Oh yeah, and some Oreos.
Oreos, specifically Oreos.
Yeah, just because, you know, I mean,
why not? No, yeah, I mean, I just feel like if with Fall Guys, especially, like, Fortnite, I thought it's just like a teenage game, and I was like, I'm old, and, well, I'm not old, but, you know, I'm it's like Minecraft. It's like getting into Minecraft our age. It's just like, I mean, I still will play Minecraft, but, like, it's just one of those things. Again, I'm very behind on, like, popular things. You know this, like, I haven't bought Portal actually until, like, maybe 5 years ago, like, and it's been out ages, you know. Sorry. And so, like, for example, that, like, I'm just behind on the ball of, I'm gonna wait until it dies until I play it, kind of thing. I mean, I'm sure, I feel like Fortnite is still, I don't know. I think I talked to, like, maybe one person who's like, yeah, I play it still so far, but you know, I thought
they're trying to get me.
Yeah, well,
because I noticed, I just saw, I think it was today, next month, I believe December 24th, they're putting Book of Boba Fett content in. I'm still not going to play it. I'm still not going to buy it. But they're trying, because they had the Mandalorian back when and everything. But they've got the deals, that's for sure.
I'm just surprised they get that, like, sponsor, like, that. Obviously, they'd have to get copyright, like, authorization. Like, I think they clearly still have money if they get in Capcom to, donate, obviously the characters of Chris and Jill.
Oh yeah, yeah,
or something, and Doggo, and
Hi Poppy.
Hi Poppy. So yeah, I'd say like, I thought going into Fortnite, but like, I think it sucked that I was actually good at it. Like,
that's fair.
Doggo.
I know you're just excited.
It's just like Rocket League. Like when I first started, I was like, man, I'm actually pretty decent at this, and then let's plug away, and then I reached a peak where it's like I'm not going to get any better, so that's why I stopped playing it. Whereas Fortnite, I feel like it's just the luck of the draw. I feel like
That's
when we
fair,
first
yeah.
started playing me and Unbound, it was like we won like 5 games, and then now like once in a while we win maybe 1 or 2. And then recently we won back 5 games again. So it's like depending on. Obviously, I can't explain why we were so good. Maybe we just got lucky, and obviously that's a part of the element to that is luck and chance of getting a gold gun, and then hey, I'm not playing good today. Like that happened. I played with KKR actually once without Unbound, and we cannot play without Unbound. No, we got third as the closest, but like it's just, I mean, me and Unbound lose. We haven't, we stream and we sometimes don't win a game. It happens. I mean, it's just
the
luck of the draw, and I think that's what I guess I kind of like it, is that I just wish, I'm hoping a new map next year. I'm already tired, like, for me as a gamer, I'm already tired of this map, like, because I'm like, I know where everything is. Oh, there's a chest. Generally, like, the chests are randomly generated, but you could usually find them in similar places. Roughly.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I'll check here. It's not here. Okay, I'll check there. Oh, it's there. So I just wish, or stuff like that. I think I thought especially the free element of Fortnite's free. Oh well, it can't hurt me to play it, and then if I don't like it, it's not a big deal. And
yeah, you're not out anything other than time.
Yeah, and then they get me with, oh, you want to play Chris and Jill? Yeah, dang it. Or some of
You're feeding into that culture.
I know, and and even like they had Rasputin, the song, as a dance, and I'm like, dang. Like I think some of the dances are kind of silly. But
I will put this out there.
Mm-hmm.
That I know I actually just saw him say something on Twitter earlier today in response to it. But if Fortnite can get a license with MC Chris and get Fet's Vet in Fortnite, I will support that.
You'll start pulling.
I will support that to support MC Chris specifically because I love that song. I love him as an artist, and that would be just incredible.
They actually just had Never Gonna Give You Up, and I was like, dang, I don't have enough V-Bucks to buy this. Or
now, could you play as Rick Astley?
I know, right? Then I would have pulled so much.
I'd be a 24/7 Fortnite streamer. Period.
Yeah, so I was like, dang, of course, me with the memes and the trolls, and but yeah, I thought Fortnite, and then I was like, okay, I'm actually. Like, I play solo, and I feel like I mentioned this too, as like, the more players you have, I feel like the harder it is, because, I know theoretically, percentage-wise, if you're playing solo, it's 1 in 100, you got a 1% chance of actually winning, versus 2%, but obviously, like, with more people, you got, let's say you're 3 people, or whatever, you got sometimes 3 people shooting at just you, and then 3 people, like, hopefully we try to obviously not coordinate. We obviously just shoot whoever we can. Obviously we don't plan like, okay, I got this girl or I got this person. Obviously we're just trying to just blast them. So I start blasting.
I just started blasting.
So I started blasting. Of course,
that's
like,
always funny.
So I would say, like, it's hard, like, when me actually is Aero Dash, I think KKR, Unbound and me, and it's just hard to win. Like it was just, but I think we won one, but like regardless, I think the tougher it is, and more people, the tougher it is. And I'd say again with Dead by Daylight, same thing. I don't love it. I feel like I like Fortnite better than Dead by Daylight, but of course, like if friends are playing, I'll probably always play. But if not, I'm never gonna play that game solo. I don't think. Like again,
mark that down right now as well. In a year's time, when Scouter's a partnered he's Dead by Daylight character in the game.
Yeah, right. then I'll have to. No, I just feel like it's just one of those games that, even Fortnite, I feel like is way better with people. Especially like we're all accomplishing missions and stuff, and they could count as our bonuses too sometimes. So, yeah, I'd say those two games I could ring the top of my head that I was like, I'm not gonna actually. Actually, I will also say Witcher. I kind of, I'm pretty out there in terms of fantasy. I'm like, I don't do fantasy very well, as you know. So I would say
to a fault sometimes.
Yeah, I play RimWorld. I guess that RimWorld is more realistic in a sense. But in terms of that, in terms of fantasy and stuff, I thought like Witcher I wouldn't like, but I was like, and when I did my 24 hours, that was probably the number one game I liked. So yeah, it's really fun, of course, and just say try something new, and I'd say like just generally, and don't try XCOM. I'm good. I'm gonna one day. You should put a milestone of XCOM for 24 hours.
For me?
Yeah,
or for you.
For you. Oh, I'd
be fine playing it. I'd be fine playing it 24 hours.
Yeah, okay.
I'll do that for free.
Do that for free. All right, mark this, everyone. No, and then of course I need to play. I haven't forgotten. I will play Metal Gear Solid. Okay. I will.
You know what? I'm gonna at a certain point I'm gonna put a time limit on it. And say
honestly, so I will say you could probably make a deal with Unbounded because she has 90,000 channel points, and I actually have a new channel point redemption where this month if we get, I think we're at 70,000 channel points. In terms of another hot tub stream, it's a community contributed thing, so you can make a deal with her, spend the community input. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I'm sure she's gonna agree with me that everyone. Well,
we were already negotiating in a way.
So you could probably be like, hey, redeem Metal Gear Solid in order for, and then hot tub stream. But no, I would say Witcher, and was surprisingly I knew Witcher's fun, but like actually didn't think I would actually enjoy it. But yeah, I'd say again, try a game, and we always said like always return it. I do want to play Unmeddled actually. And then I still have to play Lost in Time. That's another one that I bought.
That's the. Oh no, I'm thinking Lost in Random.
Oh, sorry, Lost in Random. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I was like, is that one? And then I was like, wait, no, that's the dice one.
Yeah, that's the dice one, and of course Zoink made that. They make good stuff. They made I played Canned Sandwich Redeemed. Play a game.
You played Canned Sandwich? What?
I played Canned Sandwich.
I didn't even know they were a game.
What was it? No, Top Sellers. It was a free game that. Okay, I'll figure that out. But
I remember you playing it, but I can't remember what it was.
I just looked this up too. Why? They also have It Takes Two, which is very like they make some good stuff. And yeah, I would say for sure like I definitely want to play it because it looks good. But yeah. Anyways, what did you were blown away with when it comes to the games you thought you'd hate but you didn't?
Real quick on it, I have another one for you. You don't have to talk about it or go into it, but I remember you were kind of fearing and very leery of Dark Souls, but then it sure seemed that you quite enjoyed
That's another one, yeah. I was like, man, I thought I thought for sure that I was like, man, I thought, man, it's gonna be too difficult for me. I'm gonna get frustrated just because I know me with hard games. Because when I played actually The Witcher 2 on Xbox, I couldn't even get out of the tutorial. Like it was like the longer you're in here, the harder like the game will set to where it is. I'm like, no, this is fine. Please let me out. Or I don't know. Maybe I didn't understand it, but like,
walk past this line. No, I don't want to. I don't know how to get there.
I couldn't figure it out. It was really frustrating. So I would say, yeah, generally, I thought Dark Souls was, and then I actually started like, man, I played it for I think 8 hours the max, and I have to play it 24 hours. I'm hoping to do that this month sometime.
Ooh,
but yeah,
keep an eye on that.
Yeah. And so yeah, I would say, it's frustrating to the fact that yeah, it's hard, but I was like, you know what, I can do this. I'm gonna still chug away at it, and that's kind of what kind of did it for me. Is I thought, man, I'm gonna have a hard time. So yeah, I'd say that's the one that was for me that I was gonna say, like, I thought it was hard, but like honestly, it was actually pretty enjoyable once you start playing it, and then like all of a sudden you kind of like creating your own character and like weapons and stuff that you're kind of like creating your own character in a way, and like stick it to the man. Thank you. Sorry. That one was very like, it's kind of like Paper Mario in a sense, and the art was gorgeous, and it's kind of like comedic. So like Zoink, that one's free too. That one's free, so I'd recommend if you want to try that one. And man, Dark Souls is really fun. I know they have a new remastered, that Dark Souls 2 remastered. So sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna move into something else, and I was gonna say, I know it'll take you like 8 years to buy it, but along those lines, are you having played Dark Souls and having enjoyed Dark Souls, have you looked at all, and are you any more interested in Elden Ring coming out next year? Because that's the next kind of in the line, and I'm just curious because now that you have a kind of newfound appreciation for the Soulsborne genre, I'm just curious as to, like I said, I know you're not typically a day one full price game buyer, but I was just they just released gameplay not too long ago, so you might have to check that out and see. It is a little more fantasy-esque, so that might dissuade you a little bit, but I'm just curious for
I mean, again, like Dark Souls is fantasy, like it is fantasy, but in a way of like, I kind of like the fantasy of it. Kind of it could be real, like these monsters could, I mean, they're not gonna, but like I always
that of,
right, exactly. But no, I will say, like, I kind of like the fact that like you can. I don't want it too fantasy. Like if I'm on a horse, all of a sudden I'm in space. Like, okay, well,
I want a horse in space.
Right
Excuse
now,
me, where can I get that
sir.
game?
Excuse me. Like, I just
love
talked
space.
about this. Like, bad example, not related, but like Star Wars, for instance. Yes, it's a galaxy far, far away, but right now, it's like way beyond the rank. Someone's mad at me. The realm of like fantasy. Like, it's way up here, whereas like this Elder Ring is kind of like here. That's why I haven't watched the film.
I'm sorry. A flying horse is less realistic than a spacecraft.
Do they have flying horse in Elder Ring?
It looks like it sort of kind of can like glide-ish.
Okay.
Ha.
Got him. No, you know.
Hey, Star Wars is a documentary, sir. That was a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So you prove to me that that's not real.
All right. I guess
I'm waiting, sir.
So, but yeah, I will say that's another one that I didn't think of. I was just thinking ones that I knew for sure. Like,
yeah,
I knew. I mean, I bought Don't Starve before it was like just as popular. I guess it depends on the game, but you know, you know, there's some stuff out there that I think. I mean, there's probably games that I thought I like and I don't like. I thought, believe it or not, I thought XCOM I'd enjoy it. I was like, man, like I've been seeing videos and like this is a game I'll have fun, and then I was disappointed. Same thing with, I said this before, Assassin's Creed 4. You know, I was like, man, I'm gonna love this game, and then it just got disappointing. So, yeah.
Not the only thing disappointing.
Yeah, I'm disappointing. I get it now. But yeah, you know, it's luckily again, Steam has that, and I don't want to just plug Steam. Honestly, I feel like Epic Games is gonna replace Steam in the next like 5 years. Just the amount of no, I think so, because they have all these like free games, and then you're like, man,
yeah, and they're gonna bury themselves.
They might, but hear me out. Like, oh, that's free. Now I'm gonna start spending money on there. So like, I feel like it's a good tactic in terms of.
I just don't feel. That just.
Okay. And
where'd you go? Where's Scouter go?
It's messy. And I'd say even
and you're back.
Blood Bowl 2, for instance. It's a very board game-esque game. Strategy. I have no idea still how to play it. I don't think even people who actually play it know how to play it. I don't know. I thought I would enjoy that too, and then disappointed. But yeah. So I mean, it just depends on. Again, go back to just like maybe watching, you know, a streamer or, you know, a YouTube video of 20 minutes of it, see if you like it, and then buy it. And then luckily, again, Steam has return policies where you could, I think it's up to 40, like a week or whatever. You're up.
Yeah, it's so you play it for so long, or you have so much time. I don't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, you have a window.
Yeah, and then,
and even like GameStop, if you buy a used game, I think you have a week to return it if you don't enjoy it.
Yeah,
or you beat it in that week and then you return it. I didn't say that out loud.
You didn't hear that.
Never did that.
Yeah. But anyways, it's a good time. What about you, sir? So yeah, sorry to get back on track. But,
no, you're good. Hey, I put the ball on the tee.
And even like Banished is that one was just, it depends on just the gameplay and then, you know, what you're used to. And I'd say just play it right away, and then if you don't like it, return it.
Yeah.
Anyways, go. What games?
I can't think, and I wasn't able to think of any games that I thought I would hate, but I do have two games that I wasn't sure if I would enjoy, and then I ended up really liking. So the first, they're both games that you're very well acquainted with, and you have actually mentioned already both of these. But the first one is Rocket League.
Hmm.
I got Rocket League through PlayStation Plus for free, and I fell in love with it instantly.
Yeah.
Me and a couple friends from work, I downloaded it on my PlayStation. My boss downloaded it on his PlayStation. We spent so many nights playing, Rocket League, just playing against each other, with each other. We just had a lot of fun with that. If we had get-togethers and stuff, we'd bring our PlayStations and have projectors up on the wall, and we'd have the TV and all that stuff. Just me and a couple other friends, every time we would hang out, we would play a season. We'd try to play a full season. If somebody can't, like me, when me and my one friend lived together, we'd play it a decent amount. But when one of his friends would come visit for like the weekend or something like that, we'd play a full season of Rocket League, just because it was a very fun game, and it is a very fun game. It was one of those games. I like racing games, but the closest that I would say to Rocket League that I've played before that and really enjoyed was Rock and Roll Racing, which is a fantastic game for the Super Nintendo, and it was actually just re-released, I believe, it was just re-released on the Switch. I think it was only re-released on the Switch. I'm going to look that up really quick. But, wow, that was very bright.
That was bright. You look like you came into the sun.
I think I did. But, I remember seeing one of the first games, like kind of the precursor to it. I think it was like Super Aerobatic Rocket Cars or something. It was made by the same company, and it was kind of just sort of the precursor to it. And I remember seeing that game on like PS2 or PS3 and just being like, I'm not interested in that at all. Like that is not the game for me, and I never played it because I didn't think I'd like it. Well, then I got into, wow, they had it on Game Boy Advance? Oh, who knew?
The more you know.
But yeah, Rocket League, I put a whole lot of hours in that. I never played it too much online. We'd play a little bit. Like I said, with some buddies, we'd play against some other people online, but yeah, like I said, I didn't think I would hate it going into it, but I didn't think that I would enjoy it nearly as much as I did, to the point where for the first online Extra Life United last year, I actually joined the tournament for it, and I won one or two games. I didn't win the whole thing. I didn't win any prizes, but I had fun with it. I already knew I wasn't the greatest at that game, but being in that tournament made me realize that I am very bad at that game.
Very bad at that, right?
Because there are some really, really, really good players in that game.
Sure
and I got the first round. I got trounced.
Yeah.
I think it was like 7-0. Like, the other they were extremely talented in it, and they were very good at the game. And like I said, I realized sometimes I can hold my own on a team, but when it comes to solo, it is less than a coin flip. That's for sure. But the other game, another game that you're very familiar with and very well versed in, I also got as a PlayStation Plus game. I was gonna see how long I could keep you there.
I was waiting for you to be like the Stanley Parable. Like, yes, I got him.
No, nobody likes that game. Nobody
Right.
plays that game.
No one plays that ever. You're right.
I guess I'll mention that one really quick because
Yeah.
that's one that, again, I didn't think I would hate it because I had seen you play some of it. I had heard some things about it, and it's very Portal-esque,
Yeah.
like kind of in that storytelling.
And
And I love
legit
Portal.
has Portal in it. So
Yeah, it's it just wasn't something that I was ever really on my radar.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess for this whole thing, for me, it's games that weren't really on my radar that I ended up enjoying, because I did enjoy the Stanley Parable, not to the same extent that I know you do.
Yeah.
But also
Wait,
I didn't have to spend any money.
Again, we gotta wait till I beat Metal Gear Solid.
True.
Sorry to cut you off, but I will say, while we're on the topic of Rocket League, it's my number 1 most played game. 217 hours. Number 2 is Prison Architect 205. So like,
wow.
So I was actually gonna agree. I was gonna say Rocket League, but I'm glad I didn't, because I would have said the same thing. But man, again, it's one of those games that you're like, you start to be like, I'm good at this, and then you're like, wait, now I'm not, because I'm like seeing all these. Again, with ELU, I played with Alien Freak. Of course, me and him never played together, so it's hard. I feel like in terms of Extra Life 2, like, what if I wanted to be in that tournament and I didn't have somebody to play with? So like, I think it's hard for like people to get into it. But anyways,
yeah, that's fair.
Continue. What other games?
Yes. So the other one, which was a PlayStation Plus a free game as well, was Don't Starve. I downloaded that one on a whim. You know, I always download or
this is so far the best podcast ever. Sorry.
But yeah, you know, I always download the PlayStation Plus free games, because I'm like, I'm paying for the service. Who knows? I might like this game.
Right.
And sure enough, that was another one that over at the same friend's house, we would sit there and we would just play until we died. You know, to play until you hit something stupid. And what I mean by that, for anybody who hasn't played Don't Starve, you see a beehive. You go, you know what? There might be something in it that I want.
Right.
So you smack it with a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you die.
Yeah, sure do.
Or you see there's an egg, and you go, you know what?
I'm going to take that.
My character's kind of hungry. I'm going to take that egg.
Yeah.
So you take that egg, and you take it back to your base, and you're just going about your business. And then this freaking giant eyeball with 2 huge legs comes and kicks the crap out of you.
Yeah.
But you laugh, and you have a good time.
Yeah.
Or you light a forest on fire. Because
did that actually with that, and lit my base on fire.
I'm not saying if it was intentional or unintentional. We needed charcoal, and we needed chopped down wood. Well, something I didn't realize is if you don't plant trees and you kill a bunch of trees, you get a big pissed off tree that tries to kill you.
Yeah.
So, you know, but yeah, that's another one of those ones where I wouldn't say that I hated it, or that I wouldn't say that I thought that I would hate it, but I just thought, oh, this is some little game. I'm not really gonna. I'll download it. I'll play it a little bit, and it ended up being really fun. I'm by no means good at that game. Mm-hmm. I don't know the best strategies. I don't know the best items. I don't know the best. Chester is still the greatest character.
Yes.
You know, there's no doubt about that. Yes. I don't care who you play as your actual character. Chester's the best.
Wendy, but yeah.
Well, nobody cares about Wendy when you have Chester.
Yeah, sure do.
If they added Chester as a playable character, guess what? 24/7 Don't Starve streamer.
Yeah, sorry, not Wendy, Willow. Sorry.
Wow, you don't even know the game that you like.
Sorry, apparently not.
You call yourself a fan.
Look, they're all W's besides one character. All right, leave me alone.
Holy cow!
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You're welcome.
I can't. My brain's broken.
I broke your brain.
Wait, who's the character that's not?
I thought it was one of them. But no, actually, I think it says Wilson, Willow, Wolfgang, Wendy, WX78, Wickerbottom, Woody, Wes, Maxwell. Maxwell, that's the one. But, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Fun fact.
I
know,
can't
I just
even...
blew your brains out.
You did. I never realized that.
I didn't realize it till actually someone else told me.
I love that little robot guy though. He's my favorite.
He's pretty good in terms of.
Gets hit by lightning and he's lit up. I love it. It's great.
I would say if you want to start off as I'd say I would say him actually, because he's actually, you could eat stale stuff and he's not picky, and the only thing is that he gets hurt like by rain.
Yeah. And also, if you're Wilson, don't figure out what a razor blade does and accidentally hit the wrong button in the middle of winter and then freeze yourself to death because you chopped your freaking beard off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bitter about that. I promise.
Yeah,
stupid beard.
That's the thing about like Don't Starve that I love is same thing. I mean, I started just play by myself, and then luckily there is Don't Starve wiki that is awesome. Mm-hmm. And I love. It's just so easy. You could type in statue or whatever, and they'll pop, like Don't Starve wiki, and they'll pop up, and you can read like, and of course like mushrooms. I still to this day don't realize what the mushrooms do, so I have to look it up.
I can never keep them straight. Like
I just need the green one fried,
if you
and that's
cook
it.
This, I just avoid mushrooms because I know they all do something bad.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'd say that you die and you're like, it's the same thing with, I guess, related to like Dark Souls, is that like, okay, this killed me, but I know I could do this. Like, I'm gonna come back.
Oh, yeah.
Like, KKR never played it, and I was watching his stream, and he lasted until winter, and I'm like, that's pretty impressive for playing for the first time. Like, and watching you and stuff, like, you learn, and you're like, basically at the end of it, don't hit anything, don't touch anything.
I'm always gonna smack.
I'm still, but
if you give me a stick, I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, but there's always new updates, and you're like, oh, I haven't seen this. Let's touch it. Let's do something. And I've done that still to this day. Of like,
first thing, thunk.
Let's
probably gonna die.
Let's even walk to it, and then all of a sudden, well, I'm dead because they're hostile. Like, it's just so inviting.
And again, if you give me a stick in a game and you give me a button that allows me to swing that stick, I'm going to hit things with said stick.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 15, there was a giant bird that was just sleeping. Yeah. So I went, you know what? I'm going to go hit it with a sword. You know what I did? I hit it with a sword. You know what it did? It hit me back a lot harder. A lot harder.
All right. So... Anyway, sorry to keep going tangents on some of these.
Oh, no. I mean, that's pretty much all I have. Like I said, as you mentioned at the beginning of the stream, or in the beginning of this topic, I will try just about any game. I'll give any game a go. Like, I know I mentioned it in another stream where I don't like music games. I was a percussionist in high school.
Sorry to interrupt again, but I think you were on that stream of who's the one that we watched together? The three people. Red Does Games. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
Sorry. They played that rhythm game. And
Rhythm Doctor?
Yeah, Rhythm Doctor, and I was like, this seems really fun. Like,
I'm not a music game guy, but I do want to play that game. That game looks really good.
It looks really fun, and the music.
They had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, it's awesome. I do need to play that one for sure. But
keep going. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But like, that's one of the few genres that I'm not usually very interested in exploring. I don't usually seek out games. I was never into Rock Band. I was never into Guitar Hero. I wasn't part of the DDR craze. I feel like a lot of people now don't even know what DDR was, because that is such an old game.
I had it.
I knew I had a friend who he could do the double pad at the arcade. I will still to this day that will blow my mind forever.
Yeah, sure will.
But yeah, no. If it's a video game on a platform that I have and it's free, or even if it's not free and it just looks interesting, or I have the chance to, I'm probably going to at least try it. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to take a chance on, you know what, I might like this game. Because there have been plenty of games that I've done that with. Don't Starve and Rocket League are perfect examples. I got them for free through PlayStation. Well, free, I mean included in the subscription price. Subscription, yeah. But again, those games, what, Rocket League when it released was $30,
yeah,
something like that. Yeah. I paid, I think, $50 for my PlayStation Plus subscription for the whole year. So right there, I put plenty of hours into what amounted to a $30 game. Don't Starve was probably, what, 20, 30?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Somewhere
I
in there. I
bought it
again.
in the alpha. I think it was cheaper. But...
Oh, yeah. But even at that, still, even if you make it a $5 game, that's $5 towards my yearly PlayStation Plus subscription that I put a lot of hours into and got a lot of enjoyment out of it. And I haven't touched it in a little while. But since I got it for free, I was more inclined to buy it for Steam. I was more inclined to buy Don't Starve Together. I bought Don't Starve for the Vita because I enjoyed it and I got to play it for free, and I wanted to support the company, and I wanted to support the makers because I did enjoy it, and I wanted to give them that support. But so yeah, it's still, I've tried Fortnite. I didn't end up enjoying it. I played it for a little while. It's just not for me. I don't like it. I don't like that genre. Huh?
I won't be mad at you on that one.
But like that's the thing, is that's one that if I had ended up liking it, yeah, it would definitely be on that list because, I know it's the cool thing, in a sense, to hate Fortnite, but I just don't like it. It's just not for me. I played PUBG for a little while with one of my friends. I had some fun with it, but I didn't pursue it more because I liked it better than Fortnite, but not enough to, keep playing it for forever and ever. And I think it was actually, now that I think about it, thinking back on it, I think it was one of those PUBG streams that I actually met you through. I think. Because I feel like I remember you stopping in with me and Return of the Zach. Mm-hmm. And, I think we were playing PUBG. Mm-hmm. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm reminiscing now. That's old hat at this point. But yeah, I have to agree with Scouter where if you think something looks interesting and you have the means to try it out, give it a go. Because you never know. Even if it's something that you think you might hate. Especially if it's free. Mm-hmm. Like, I personally really don't like Fortnite. I don't like how Fortnite and PUBG and stuff have ushered Battle Royale. It's kind of finally waned off to a point. But I don't like how those games kind of forced Battle Royale into so many other games. There for a little while, pretty much every game was adding a Battle Royale mode.
Right. Well, now Fortnite has Among Us feature in it, so...
Of course it does.
Yeah, of course it does. I mean...
But yeah, it's... If something is free or something is within your means that you think you might enjoy or you just want to give a chance, go for it. Like you said,
take a chance.
Play it for 40 minutes. Play any game you're interested in for 40 minutes. If you're not hooked after those 40 minutes,
that's not the game for you.
Get your refund, or uninstall the free game or whatever, and go to another game. It's just don't feel like you
have to like something.
Yeah. If there's a game that you don't like, don't play it. Don't actively go out and try to ruin the game for other people.
Metal Gear Solid sucks. No, I'm joking. Here we go. Bye. Thanks everyone for coming. He's done. Sorry. No. Sorry.
But don't go out there and be a jerk. Don't go out and, like I said, try to ruin it for other people. Don't join the game just to mess up other people's games, or yeah, don't review bomb a game or something. If you don't like it, move on to another game. Like we've said thousands of times in this, that's the beauty of gaming, is there are so many games out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can look on my shelf over here, and these are games that I haven't even touched in forever, and I've got far too many games that I don't want to count because I'll throw up
yourself a wheel.
There. You know, I have a box in there of a bunch of PS2 games and stuff like that, which sitting on top are Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3. What of it? Come fight me.
Come fight me.
But yeah, you know, if you don't like a game, if you don't enjoy a game after 40 minutes, an hour, something like that, move on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's so many games out there, and you know, there's only so many hours in a day to play those games, so play something that you like. Don't play something that you think you have to play and that you have to like. You know, because in my opinion, gaming is all about fun. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's my take. Gaming can be whatever to anybody. You know, your definition of having fun while gaming is different than my definition of having fun while gaming. Mm-hmm. But, and same with everybody watching and everybody listening. So yeah, it's don't waste your time on a game just because you think you have to like that game. Yeah. That's like the moral. If you think
you're not going to like Fortnite, I mean, again, it's free, but you know, try it, and then if you don't like it, move on.
Yeah, you know, give it a couple games, give it a couple rounds, give it a couple, you know, days or something like that.
And I think like certain games, like I talked about, like Dead by Daylight, I think more importantly, you need to play with somebody who knows how to play it. But if you play by yourself, you're like, what is any of this? I mean, I still don't know what any of this is. I literally, like, Unbound, we have to like get together to like explain this stuff to me, like,
yeah.
And then that way you could like communicate and like, I don't know. Anyways, and even Fortnite again, even Afro Harrison's like, yeah, we have to. He's still learning, you know, even though he played it before us, like, or played it like, you know, before we all played together. He generally had an idea, but he's still like, even me, I'm still questioning Fortnite as much as I played it, and you know, but that's and even Don't Starve. I've been playing Don't Starve for ages, and I'm still like, oh, what's this new thing that we talked about? What's this new thing? Let's hit it. And then, oh my God, we're all dead. You know.
I mean, how often do you see an article title that's like, you know, 10 years after Skyrim's release, somebody finds something new in it? Or,
right.
You know, there are games out there.
Fun fact. Even so, Unbound, when she played the Stanley Parable, I found a new ending I didn't even know about. Like. Wow. That Canned Sandwich actually DM like, oh, did you do this ending? I'm like, what's that? I'm like, and I looked it up. I'm like, I never did that one. It's a lame ending, but I was like, wow. Even again, I'm still discovering stuff in Stanley Parable, and I love it.
You know, perfect example of something that you actually brought to my. We talked about it on a previous podcast, so I won't go too far into it. But Metal Gear Solid has been speed ran for a long time.
Boba Witch,
and the Boba skip, you know, Boba Witch was playing it in a casual playthrough, happened to find a glitch in the game that saved 2 minutes.
You know, I just love how the fact that I like sent you her, and I was like, you know, I was like, I know you aren't a big Yogscast fan, and she's, you know, Yogscast, but I was like, yeah, you know, I enjoy her content.
I just never. I know you always talk about. I just never looked into it.
And then I sent you the link, and all of a sudden I saw Boba Skip. I'm like, wait, hold on. I was like, you're welcome.
It was like a week or two, or just a couple weeks after you sent me that, and I messaged you because in the Metal Gear Solid Speedrunner Discord. Or in the Metal Gear Speedrunner Discord, it was just, it was everywhere.
Even though I have no who knows, I might discover that $1,000,000 whatever.
That it could happen. She wasn't actively trying to. She wasn't even trying to speedrun the game. Right. She was just trying to beat the game, and boof, she just popped through a door, and for years everybody went, well, that door is just always locked, and you can't get through that door. Period.
Yeah.
Here she did it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that's all I got. Metal Gear Solid's great, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. So I was gonna mention two quick games.
Two things.
I remembered. See, I knew
2 things. So you have to have 4 things now.
No, dang it. Okay, check out Smokinace007 on Twitch.
Fair enough, thank you.
He's hosting a poker tournament next month. You should join his. Ask him how to join his Discord. DM him, and he'll send you a link, or me, whatever. Scout007.
Yes. By all means, anybody who responds.
Poker tournament for Extra Life. Yes. But so that's 2, and then the third one, Age of Empire 4 is out. So did you get it?
I did not yet.
Oh my god, what kind of fan? I didn't get it yet. It's so expensive.
I either need to get Game Pass for PC because you can play it through there, or just buy it, which I'm probably just gonna buy it at some point. But anywho, all right.
And then the last thing, Let's Build a Zoo is out, and I haven't bought it yet, but it's like also the number one purchase. I mean, I played the game in beta, and it was super fun. Like I said, you could splice animals like a crocodile and a duck. It'd be a crocoduck, and it's just really cute and very indie. And I follow. I think it's like we build plants or something. Anyways, it's just an adorable game, and I definitely will pick it up as soon as I can. And so quick does it.
Well done. I'm proud of you for remembering.
I know. I would have blanked, but I did actually had to type it down, but then I forgot it and it crossed it. But anyways, yeah, check those out. Any quick things from you?
The poker tournament. The poker tournament. I'm excited for. This is kind of a trial run because I'm not giving it a whole lot of time.
Don't hate on Smokinace if it's terrible, but it's going to be fun. The real winners are the kids, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. No, I mean, no matter what, there's going to be money donated to Extra Life hospitals, and that's the whole point.
And honestly, I just want to beat Smokinace. If I could beat Smokinace, if I could eliminate him before me, that's and I don't win first place, that's the ticket for me. That's the winner. It's gonna be just someone like underdog, just someone we don't think ever touched poker. That's gonna win it all.
That's the beauty of poker. Right now, the World Series of Poker is going on. It's happening as we speak.
Oh, really?
At this exact moment in Las Vegas, the World Series of Poker, the main event is going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And in theory, on day 1 of the World Series of Poker, every single participant could go all in, and every table could have one winner, and then you could just have everybody go all in at every stage, and a random person would win at that point.
Right.
Because, and that obviously that's unrealistic. That's never going to happen. That's not going to come to it. But you can sit down. One of the things that I love about poker is you could sit down with the world's greatest poker player, and you have a chance.
Yeah.
You can't. You're not going to go up against the greatest tennis player in the world, not having ever played tennis before, and have a chance at beating them. You're not going to be able to step into a Major League Baseball game and hit a fastball pitched by the world's greatest pitcher. Some of these, you're not going to go against a chess master and beat them the first try without some crazy something happening. But poker, when the longer that you play with that professional, the more advantage they're going to have. But when it comes down to it, at the very end, your cards could always win. So that's one of the things that I really like about poker is it doesn't matter how good or bad you are at poker, you could still win in a sense. So that's one of the things that I really like about it, and that's why I think I like it, because it is more accessible to a wider range of people than a lot of other things. You know, try to play one-on-one Call of Duty with the top-rated Call of Duty player in the world.
Rolled.
Yeah, there's, you know, unless you just happen to throw a lucky grenade or, you know, you just shoot randomly.
Funny fact for that. I don't know if, again, talk about the spiffy Brit. I don't know if you saw his recent video of like him playing with like, I think the youngest like Doom player that like, I don't know. Something like he got the, either like he beat it the fastest or something, or regardless, and he played against them and he won, like, because he had it was a game he never played, so like I'm sure like over time he's gonna probably steamroll the spiffing Brit. Of course, like he apparently, I mean allegedly, but I don't. It's the spiffing Brit, so maybe he's being silly, but he's like, he's playing on this crappy keyboard. I'm playing at this keyboard that's like, you know, a gaming like.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, it's on my Discord on recommended videos, but I'll definitely watch that one where it was just fun to watch, of course, but you know. Yeah, just could get lucky, or just like, again, he played against him and he never played it. I'm sure again over time he'd probably destroy him. And but anyways, we're on time here. We're on 11 minutes after. But
you know, contact us in the comments. Follow both of us on Twitter.
Do that
if you want to get in on the poker game. Message one of us.
Yeah.
Or anything.
And you have to be an extra lifer.
Yes.
Or join for free. It's free
exactly.
to join,
either join or pick a hospital. You know, either way, because, you know, all of the money that's raised is going to go to the winner, or depending on how many participants, winners, plural, extra life channels or campaigns. So yeah. It's all for a good cause. It's all going to benefit one or multiple hospitals, and that's the best thing. So, but yep, that is all from me, sir.
All right, great.
Send us out.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Check out Smokinace. Check out me.
Thank you.
Extra Life. Scouter. No, I did. I said I plugged myself.
I know, but check out Scouter715 just in case they missed
Smokinace007 Twitter. On Twitch, and I wish I could watch your streams right now, but I can't. I do want to play on Metal, so stop playing on Metal, and
I'm probably done playing on Metal on stream.
Have you played Broforce?
I played a little bit of it a long time ago. I need to play more of it.
It is stupid good. If you like Unmetal, you probably like that. It's very similar, but it's instead of top down, it's I guess 2D.
That's the one that has like
graphics, like these like
all
pixelated
the players,
graphics.
Like, but they have like a play
Indiana
on Sylvester
Jones.
Stallone. Yeah. Indiana Jones.
It's pretty fantastic.
Arnold. Yeah. I remember playing a decent amount of that a while ago, and I don't think I ever beat it. Maybe I should add that to my list of beating.
I have the last boss, and he's difficult, but it is really fun. I always play it on, of course, like 4th of July, because I was like, what other game is there that's
more American?
More American than this one? Unless it's American Truck Simulation or Democracy 4 or something. Like, what American is this? Like, it's Broforce. It's like, anyways, check out Smokinace Twitter, Twitch. Check me out and say hi, and
absolutely
say hi to both of us. And appreciate again Smokinace. And next month, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Topic's gonna be Game of the Year. Who's ready? And then hopefully again we'll go over the Steam Awards. Probably criticize it again of how rigged it is, and Steam's gonna pat itself on the back again with I'm sorry, I'm still salty about it, but thanks everyone for watching. We're on Spotify. Check us out. We have merchandising, and where the real money from the movie is made. Spaceballs.
Yes.
See, I watched that one, but thanks
I'm
everyone.
Surprised.
We're also on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Scout75. But, so, thanks everyone. See you next month for Game of the Year and Steam Awards. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.